So welcome to this tutorial of Maker's Gotta Make a guided holiday project planner. This is our newest edition, so I hope that you enjoy it. We had a lot of fun making the pages, and again, it's a guided project planner, so it's meant to help you get through and not be overwhelmed by all the things that you have to do with this holiday season. So this is our cover. Again, you are seeing this on the iPad, but this is a paper version, so it's not the digital version. The digital version is over here. I do have a separate video going through how to use the tutorial on that, but this is, again, the paper version of the Maker's Gotta Make. So let's dive right in. So page 1, you have just a welcome here, just telling you kind of why we created this planner. And mostly what you want to pick up in here is you're going to print the monthly and weekly pages as you need them to accomplish each of your projects. And also, if some of these pages aren't big enough for you, you can obviously print additionals and put additional ones into your planner. These also come in many sizes, so you're going to find them in the big, as if you're a Happy Planner, you'll find them in the big size or the US letter size. You'll also find it in the A4, the A5, and the Happy Planner Classic and the Happy Planner Mini. So we've got a little bit for everybody, and then again, we also have the digital version. So let's dive on in. This is your planner page. So in this section here, you would write in the month that you are working on, and I apologize, my handwriting is absolutely terrible, so I try to do as little handwriting on these as possible during my tutorials, but there it is. So you'd write in your month, and then these are undated so that you could use them in any year, and you can flip through and write your dates here. Now again, this is the Monday through Thursday, so this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Here's the other half of your page. So this is meant as a 2-page spread, so I kind of was writing my numbers wrong here. We'll just erase that. And if you pop over here, so this would be 5, 6, and 7. Here is just a spot to put down some general notes, some ideas that you have, and this is also a place where you can come in and write some project notes. So start today, plan first project. That's what this is meant for. So that gives you a sense of these pages. So those are your planner pages, and then here you have your weekly to-dos. So again, if you want to, you can write the date of the week, 9/5, and then you could write in each little thing that you are doing for that week. And again, these are your overview pages. So these are meant to be, once you've got your plan in place, these are the pages that you're going to use to actually fill in and print as many as you need to for the time frames that you're working on. Here is the actual plan. So I'm going to switch over. This is the plan. So here is kind of your steps. We're going to start with step 1, who and what, and I'll go through each of these steps with you. The supply list, shopping. Step 4 is your timeline. Step 5, everybody's favorite, making. And then step 6, wrapping and packaging. So that's just an overview of your plan. And here is our first page. So here, who are you making for? That's the important thing. Who are your peeps? So you're going to be writing in things like, so maybe you're going to make a gift for mom. I have a brother named Chris. Maybe I'm making a gift for him. So these are all the different people that you're going to make gifts for. Again, print additional pages as needed. The boxes are pretty generous, and that is because you might have lots of different ideas before you get your final idea. So here's where you're going to brainstorm. You know, maybe it's like one of the things that we always do for my mom is a kind of a holiday calendar. It's a special calendar that we make every year. For her, Chris, I might write him his own journal book. John, I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe a wall hanging. So this gives you an idea of where you're going to write down just some general ideas, and then over here you're going to write your final idea. So that's the idea here. Is just this is again a brainstorming sheet for who are you making things for, and then what are you going to make. So that's your peeps page, step 1. Step 2. This is your supplies page. So once you know what you're going to be making, once you've got this figured out here, then we have to go over here and decide what do you need to buy. So, or actually what do you have? So you may have some supplies already on hand. So maybe I need an empty planner because maybe I'm making a custom planner. So I need an empty planner. I need the rings and the covers maybe. And so I have those. Maybe I need blank pages. And then over here, maybe you need some pretty jars. I don't know. Pretty jars. Again, you get the idea whether you have it or whether you need it. So that's what you're going to write on your supplies page. On your next page, lovely time, let's go shopping. So you're going to put your items here. What do you need to purchase? Again, that's from here. So you're looking at this need column, and then you're going over here and you're writing in what you need, and then where you're going to find it. So maybe it's a Michael's. Look at my handwriting, Michael's. And maybe there's a 50% off coupon that you have, so you're getting an idea of what you need. And then the important thing here is that you have the budget. So this is for your maker budget. So these two sheets work hand in hand, so they're going to be a spread on your page or in your planner. So once you know what you're going to get, so let's fill in an item here. So we're going to get a planner. Here you're getting an empty planner. And so over here, you're going to write the planner. And then because you're an awesome shopper, you got this on sale for $4.99 on sale. So this just gives you an idea, again, of what you can use the sheet for, and then put your total down here. So obviously your goal with making gifts is to spend less than if you had bought them. Plus they're handmade and they're really going to show you, they're going to be much more valuable to your family. So here's just your budget. You're going to put in what you need to buy and the cost, and maybe you're going to watch for sales. So maybe you have an item and you see the cost, so maybe you need a frame, and for some odd reason Michael's not actually having a sale, so you see that the frame is really $15.99. You're going to wait for the sale because you know it's coming, right? And then you really got it for maybe $8.99 was your final price. So things like that. That would be your final price. So this is, again, just worksheets to keep things straight. I know that planning can really get out of hand during the holidays. You got so much going on. So take your time now and plan these things out so that you don't go nuts later on. So again, your list of things you have to buy here, and then the cost or what you expect maybe, and then you can update this with what you actually paid. And timeline. This is your critical sheet. Timeline. How much time do you have to make your creation? So I want you to go and look at when you have to give out gifts. It may not be Christmas. It might be sometime before Christmas. It may be sometime after. But you want to know how many weeks do you have. So maybe you have 14 weeks. That would be lovely if you had 14 weeks. It may be more like 6 weeks. If you only have 6, you're in panic mode. If you're doing this, if you have a lot of projects. If you don't have a lot of projects, you're okay. So you would look at this number. Let's pick a nice number that we can work with. And we're going to put, we have 10 weeks. So if you have 10 weeks to go, what are you going to do? So you're going to list your projects. So this is Mom's calendar. And you're going to say, well, if I have 10 weeks left and I think it's going to take me, a week. So I want to start and finish. So I want to start, and you put in your dates here. So maybe I want to start October 1st and I want to be done October 7th. Just a rough idea. And then your next project and so on. And you're going to write your start date and your end date. Again, working backwards, seeing what you've got here. But don't forget about the next page, which is important. Actually, we'll skip that page and come right back. This one is make sure you have time to wrap it. So, you might have different things that you want to wrap. Maybe you want to put it in a pretty basket. So maybe it's a basket with holly sprigs. I don't know. Just give yourself ideas. So this might be something that you have to, again, go back to your budget and put down some items. I need some holly sprigs, right? So you want to have that in mind. And you want to be able to check it off once you've wrapped Mom's calendar. So make sure you give yourself time to wrap and enjoy the wrap, because there's nothing like being so stressed out when you sit down and wrap. Like when I sit down and wrap, I want to have Christmas movies on. I want to have, or at least, one of my TSO, Trans-Siberian Orchestra, I put on their music, and that's kind of what I do for wrapping, which brings us to this page. This is your work it page. This is where you're actually making your crafts. But first, make the perfect maker stage. I think this is important. If you really like to enjoy, want to enjoy your holiday season and want to enjoy your plans, and you don't want to go nuts, feeling stressed out about it, then kind of set yourself up for success. Here's just some suggestions. I left you room to write your own. But, is there music that you love? Like, for me, I put on my TSO soundtracks. I have a couple TSO albums. If you don't know who that is, it's Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and they're awesome. So then scent, maybe I want to have the fir tree candles going. Those are always fun, fir tree candles. Or I even have a diffuser with fir tree right now, which is really cool. What supplies do you need on hand so that you're not going crazy? Like you might always want your scissors. And this, maybe you're taking over the kitchen table, so there's a couple things that you want to make sure that you have on your, right on your surface so that when you're going, you know what you're doing. Always important, the adult beverage. So you might want to have hot chocolate or you might want to have wine. I'll leave that up to you, but you want to have that on hand. The maker outfit, this might be your maker super outfit. Like for me, it would definitely be sweats, a blanket, fuzzy socks. Yeah, that kind of thing. Maker accessories, other things that you might want to have around with you. You may want to have your Instagram posts or your phone so you can see, get some inspiration right then and there. Whatever else you think you need to have close by. And then you might have other things like maybe you really want to have the fireplace going. If you have a gas fireplace or a wood burning, get my hands to work here. Fire going. That might be one of your set the stage kind of things, whatever. Again, think about the five senses, what do you want to hear? What do you want to smell? Kind of what do you want to taste? And kind of the soft touchy feelies, what do you want to be wearing so it makes you the most comfortable. So that is your work it. So that is your plan. So we're just going to go through it real quick again from this page. So now you kind of know what I mean. So who are your peeps? Who are they and what are you making for them? What supplies do you need to make those gifts? Do you have them on hand? And if not, they go down here to your shopping list. Add it to your shopping list. And there's also, along with the shopping, there's the budget page. So you're going to track what you're spending and make sure that you stay on budget. Timeline, how many weeks do you have? So remember, timeline also includes these steps. So you might want to build them into your timeline. So week 1 is planning, getting these things done. Week 2 might be making, but you might have to go shopping. So you want all that to go in your timeline and leave yourself enough time for making. So this is what I do, is first I come up with my who and what, obviously. Then I go here and I say, okay, how many weeks is it going to take me to make each of these items? So I look at this and I look at this and then I go here and I include these things. So I'm going to go, let's shoot over here to timeline. So I'm going to say, let's start over here. If I had 10 weeks, I'm going to look at, so I might have to research ideas, and I have to go shopping. And I know I want to leave myself 6 weeks of making time, let's say. And that's why I love doing this on the digital, because I can erase and update, or you might just want to print new sheets as you go through, and then wrap. Oops, I spell that correctly. Wrap. So if I need a week for wrapping, I need 6 weeks here. This is the 6 weeks. So there's 1 week here, there's 6 weeks here, and if I have 10 weeks, that means I have, say I do 1 and 1, because I want to have a little cushion in case things go wrong, because life always goes wrong. So that leaves me with 1 week of a cushion. Always important. So that's how I approach the timeline, is I look at my big picture and I look at this, how I'm going to, what I think I need for making. I can always tweak this later, but the idea is just to get these steps in there. Don't forget that these steps are part of your overall timeline. So there you have it. That is our entire planner. I hope that you enjoy it, and I hope it helps you make the planning season a lot less stressful. And now you can see how you're going to put your weekly and your monthly to-dos. So you might be looking at this monthly page and saying, okay, Mom's calendar, oops, switch to the pen. Mom's calendar starts here. John's gift starts here. Chris's gift starts here. And it gives you a sense of how yours is all going to flow. And then you say, oh, but I got a big event here that I know is going to slow me down. So I've got an event here, and maybe I'm going to be out of town for work here. So, that's going to cut into my planning time or my making time. So this planner is very important. And you'll notice that it starts on Monday. And there was a reason for that, because most of the making, at least in my world, happens here. So I wanted to have these 3 pages really be a focus. So here I can kind of say, I can do my shopping, I can shop, I can do research. But when it gets over to here, this is, for me, this is my making time. So I might want to have some notes about focusing on this. And that's why I kind of set the pages up the way that I did. So in case you think I'm crazy, that's how this planner was designed, so that you could really focus on these days, this end of the week, because that's where the action is. So if you have any questions, you can always reach me via Instagram, or you can reach me on Etsy, or you can reach me on my website, and they all go by lifeeditanddesign.com, which is right, there we go, lifeeditanddesign.com. So you can always find me. I'm always reachable. And again, it's my daughter and I. It's a mother-daughter business, so we're always happy to answer your questions. And we'll talk to you next time. So thank you so much for being here, and have a great day.